Gin family and friends, brothers and sisters, this is Troy McClain, your CEO, and I've got a lot to say, but I want to open up with thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We did it. We launched our first major event this past weekend and knocked it out of the park. Thank you. It was such an incredible time. It was such an incredible weekend. We had bonding moments. We had synergistic moments. The energy was over the top. I don't think that out of the 600 to 700 people that went to the event could disagree. They would tell you it was a blast. And it was a blast with substance as well. The weekend started out fast and furious for us and the staff. I want to make sure that we clearly say thank you to the staff. Jeff Devine, Lindsay, Joel, Andrew, Boki, Natalie, Crystal, Cynthia, Amy. You name them, they did a phenomenal job. They did a phenomenal job. Jeanette, from handling our speakers, getting them from one place to another, to Joel, putting together a beautiful, beautiful video package for all of you to see, to Lindsay, to Lisa, even to our IT team, Michael Blood. Man, you guys, thank you. Thank you for coming together and making this work for our members. And the members, thank you for stepping it up and bringing your A-plus game. Bringing your A-plus game in energy, bringing your A-plus game in synergy. Bringing your A-plus game in focusing the vibrations, focusing the energy towards launching forward. We had a blast, and it was because of you. So again, the weekend started out pretty fast and furious. Friday night, we had Ed and Erlene get up and deliver, hands down, one of the best performances that they've ever delivered. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but I sure did. I've heard them speak several times, but I've never heard them speak from this tone and from this platform, as it was brand new to me. And then Blaine Aythorne, over the years, you guys have known Blaine Aythorne as the MC, you've known him as the communication director, and we watched him on Friday night. We watched him pass the baton, because Blaine Aythorne has been elevated. He has been indoctrinated, and he has been chosen to help run this club. I don't know about you guys, but I felt beyond excited, and I just couldn't be prouder, because he is the testament. He is the truth on how hard work equals success, on how if you place your energy in the right place and you put yourself in the right time, in the right unit of time, things change for the better. And for him, for me, for the staff, it was a bittersweet moment. While we made fun of it and watched him pass on the baton of the MC, it was bittersweet, because that's how we know him. But after Ed and Erlene delivered their speech on Friday, then Blaine got up and delivered his. I've known the guy for less than most of you, but I can promise you this: nobody knew the guy that was on that stage. A true inspiration, a true leader, and a true owner that believes in delivering member benefits. Really. So hats off to Blaine. Of course, then we went from Friday night. We had some things that were happening on the side. One of the new things that we did do is we delivered some exclusive training and some exclusive meetings to our higher levels, to the level 5s and to the level 6s. So as we talk about access to the information, access to the mindset. We talk about being prepared for it. Those of you that were level 5 and level 6, you were prepared to receive that information. You were prepared to be honored with that information. The level 6 got introduced to former counterintelligence agent, Mr. Brian Tooley. And aside from his training, he was really able to endorse our training and say, man, this information that you guys are getting, this information that you're getting is the same information that the government has spent a lot of money, in the tune of about $1 million on me to train me and the rest of my team to learn this. And you guys get it? Wow. It's pretty amazing. So he got to validate us. He got to endorse us. And then we just got to honor and hear from a respected human being who served our country well and has come back and has served our members. So that was pretty cool. Saturday morning, I rolled into my speech. And my speech was more from the heart. My speech was more not a speech as much as it was, I just wanted to share with our members who I am, the way that I think, and what my role is. You want to know what my role is? This is going to shock some of you. But my role as the CEO is to debunk this method, is to debunk and go out on the search. Listen to what I'm saying. Go out on the search and try to show that this stuff does not work. That's my role. As hard as it is for other people to accept, that is in fact the truth. Because if I go out on the search and try to debunk it, if I go out on the search and try to validate that it's not real, that's exactly what the naysayers are doing. That's exactly what some of your friends, family, brothers, sisters, mothers, cousins, uncles. And as I go out on the search to prove that it's not real because I'm looking for evidence, I'm looking for science behind it, and I find the fact that it is real, that should make each and every one of you feel great. See, I'm supposed to be the wet towel. I'm supposed to be the one to go, let's make sure. Let's make sure that we're validating what we're saying. Let's make sure that we're really bringing the benefits. So the first thing I did is I went on a journey to try to prove that this stuff doesn't work. Wah, wah. Guess what? I lost this round. What did I find? I found former counterintelligence agent Brian Tooley that says, wow, in your level 5 training, it talks about building rapport. It talks about definitions. It talks about things, well, if you're not a level 5 or level 6, I can't talk about. But it talks about things that we in the military learned and got paid to learn. Well, that's validation that it's real. So then I went, well, what about this thing called energy? What about this thing called vibrations? Is that real? So I went on the search to find out if I can debunk it. And instead, I found one of my friends from Lockheed Martin who pointed me to a study from Halifax University about how sound waves affects the formation of sand. The formation of sand. If you weren't at the event, you should ask somebody about it. It was pretty incredible. And he says, look at this study about the geometric formations that sand makes when you apply vibration and sound. It was amazing. Now remember, I'm not supposed to get excited about it. I'm supposed to be the one to go, oh, I got to prove it's wrong. This round, I wasn't able to prove it was wrong. I actually had to validate and say to the crowd, look at this. It's right. It works. And it was incredible. So through that, I then had to talk about what our features, what our benefits were going forward. And the first benefit, As we always underpromise and overdeliver, the first benefit that we decided to do is we're rolling out with a new series of the webinars. The cost for that new series is nothing to you. Nothing. New series of just one series of webinars, just one. Keep in mind, this is not the entire thing. It's just one aspect of our webinar series, which will be Philo, first in, last out for you. Philo, first in, last out for you. It'll be a series of webinars that'll be training us, that'll be validating our principles, but will be employing former men and women of the armed forces from around the world. I don't know what club or what organization you're a part of, but the one that I'm a part of can proudly say, oh, we hire returning vets. We give job opportunity to returning men and women. That's something to be proud of. Isn't that what it's about? The best way to get ahead is to give back, and we're giving back. So Philo, first in, last out for you. Now, if you're looking at the obvious, I'm talking about you, the members. If you're looking beyond the obvious, who am I talking to? The best way to get ahead is to give back, to give opportunity. And I put out to the crowd, if you know someone that has information, that has a training system, that did serve their country with honor, send them our way. And by the way, the information is pretty amazing. And so that new series will be rolling out next week. Philo, first in, last out for you. And you can tell people that you're a part of a club that proudly hires men and women that have served the armed forces. And that's just one aspect of it. The next benefit that we rolled out with, starting in 2015, we announced that we will be searching within our own club, within our own membership, we will be searching for the most talented, the most amazing people. And we announced Jin's Got Talent. We are going to grant access to the men and women of our club who have talent in singing, dancing, acting. And we are going to be launching a contest looking for that talent. And we're going to be giving them access to potential agents, potential managers, potential opportunities to get paid to perform. And so we're looking, as I say, Access is presenting the Jin's Got Talent contest, and we're looking for you. You got what it takes? Go to the website. We will have the event details up there. We will have how you submit and how you participate in the contest. Pretty incredible. We wrap that up with Saturday evening. Saturday evening, Chris McGarahan got up. Chris McGarahan was trying to figure out what was left. What was left that we hadn't given? What was it that we hadn't given that everybody wanted? We couldn't think about it. And as we were trying to think, this image of the ocean came up. Now imagine this. Imagine Chris and I on stage. There we are thinking, we tried to give you guys everything you've asked for. We tried to preserve what you loved and enhance the new horizons. Launching forward is what it's all about. And Chris is going, Troy, is there anything else? I had asked earlier in that day, guys, do me a favor, take 68 seconds and focus on something that you wanted that we haven't given. Now imagine this. Here we are. We're on stage. We got two screens to either side of us. Earlier that day, hundreds of you focused on one thing. And all of a sudden, this blue sky comes up on the screens. A bow of a boat starts to appear. And you hear this horn honk. Honk, honk. The crowd literally erupts and goes crazy. And that was it. ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to announce that on February 6th of 2015, we will be launching forward with our cruise. That's right. The cruise is coming. The cruise is Loud and Proud. For details, go to the website, check it out. Make sure that if you hear somebody that says that I'm a CE no, I'm now the CE yes, because Chris put me on the spot, the members put me on the spot, and we're launching it. So February 6th to the 9th, we'll be setting sail. We'll be having a cruise. That's what we wanted. That's what we got. Saturday night, everybody enjoyed themselves, had a great time, dancing, laughing, sharing the energy. And then Sunday morning, we had a Purple Heart recipient. A Purple Heart recipient. Mr. Brian B.C. Fleming. Purple Heart recipient get up and deliver a message about perspective. That's what I took from it. A Purple Heart perspective. Think about it. A Purple Heart perspective. This man had served his country with honor. This man had somebody try to blow him up. Blow him up with an IED roadside bomb. A month later, a suicide bomber pulled side by side with his convoy and tried to blow him up again. 3rd-degree burns on his body. Now listen to the perspective. He could have been angry, could have been mad, could have been upset. Instead, he took a humorous approach. Because laughing is medicine, right? When he returned, he got a personalized license plate. Personalized license plate as issued by the federal government, and it says Purple Heart recipient. And that personalized license plate says, "Nice try." Nice try. 2 times they tried to blow him up. And he gets a license plate that says "Nice try." And he puts a smile on his face. And he introduced us to the way of thinking like the positive. He lives it. He breathes it. Along his journey, he decided to go out and start a website. And that website is a real easy website to remember. It's blownupguy.com. Blownupguy.com. Do you think he's got the positive perspective on life? I think so. He brought up one little anecdotal message. There was a young lady who is a friend of his. She's also a Purple Heart recipient. She also was tragically in a bomb attack. And she had both her arms literally blown off. Blown off. And as he looks out in the crowd, he goes, "How many of you got something to complain about?" It was very reminiscent of the Kyle Maynard speech. How many of you got something to complain about? How many of you harbor that negativity when you can embrace the positivity? So here's my friend, and he introduces us on video, shows some pictures of his friend. Remember, both her arms have been blown up. Her license plate, Purple Heart recipient. Her license plate, because she can drive a car. Yes, imagine that. No arms, she drives a car. That is true. Her license plate says, "Unarmed." Come on. Come on, really? How could you not smile in the face of tragedy with a perspective like that? You have to smile. Unarmed. It's great. It's not great that she went through that. It's not great that Brian went through what he went through. It's great that they have the perspective that they do. Chris then, McGarahan, got up and wrapped the event with a presentation about happiness. The presentation about happiness. He focused in on how happiness can literally extend your life. How negativity can take your life. Stress can take your life. The island of Okinawa, he points out, have some of the happiest people in the world. Also, some of the oldest people in the world. And that's what it's about, happiness, love, launching forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to announce this week that we did it. You did it. I'm proud to announce that February 6th, we have a cruise. And if you haven't signed up for it, you should. Because we're setting sail and we're moving forward. This is Troy McClain, your CEO. Happy to grant you access to the new opportunities, to the things that you already love, and looking forward to talking to you next week. Take care.